Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Your vibes for the upcoming week. You have a sticky web. All right. And it's funny because I am an earth sign. And I did, in fact, say that I was feeling so stretched thin between all these problems and this different chaos and this whatever's going on. You know what I mean? Kind of stretched between all these different just things that I feel like I need to show up and be there for these people or whatever. Now, this is not only about me, earth signs. There are many different facets of this energy, but that could be one of the ones that is kind of weighing on you at this time. You could feel stretched thin in a lot of different directions. Okay? You could feel like you're kind of the only one who's holding it together right now. Okay? And you're kind of the glue that's holding everyone into their station as well, if you will. I kind of feel this, earth signs. I also want to say one more thing. The sticky web can be a card of little white lies. Okay? I'll just say this. It could be a card of not exactly wanting to tell the whole truth because you don't want to look bad. Okay, so earth signs, I know that we're all human people and everybody wants to be the best version of themselves. But in this card, I feel like the upcoming week, there are some things that we don't want to have to say, some things that we may not want to have to own up to. And I feel this here, like the superficial conversations that are kind of a sidestep away from what we really don't want to have to talk about or bring up, okay? And I dare say for some earth signs, this could be outright lying to cover up for somebody else, lying to cover up for a certain situation, all wrapped up in something that's really sticky and it never meant to be like that, but all of a sudden you find yourself like, fuck, right? Oh no, okay? That's what I feel with this card, guys. This is what it can mean for the week ahead. So knowing that this could be the scenario, you're wrapped up in some things, man, and you're feeling kind of stuck in the middle of whatever this is, and maybe you're even lying so others don't know how bad it is, or others don't know exactly that you bailed that person out again, or whatever it is, okay, earth signs? Your awareness is huge, okay? That determines, like, are you playing a role, playing along, or are you empowered and making the decision to follow through with these things, okay? Total difference. So being aware of the sticky web that you may be sitting in or weaving or allowing others to weave you into, recognizing that can really help you to become more empowered this week, because I feel like nobody wants to get caught in the sticky web. Okay, but sometimes there's alliances and loyalties and things that may prevent us from not engaging. You know what I mean? And that's what I feel for earth signs this week. I hope you guys can understand me. What is the lesson here, earth signs? Acceptance. I don't like that either. I'm a Virgo, I'll tell you what. I don't like acceptance. And the card is purple. Purple makes me think of crown chakra, divine connection. I love how it gets lighter as it gets closer to the center of it here. I'm really drawn into, say, envisioning a positive outcome, earth signs, because I feel how you can get all kind of wrapped up in some sticky issues that you may not want to be involved in, okay? And sometimes you may be involved, whether you like it or not, okay? Whether you are involved or you can keep that distance, praying for that situation, waving your hand to God, source, the universe, higher power, higher self, creator, the energy of divine love, angels, whoever it is for you, whatever it is for you, waving that hand, calling them in and sending them that way is a powerful tool to use. I must say, earth signs, I feel you guys questioning me right now. I'll just say this. Oh yeah, I'm just going to pray and it'll be fine. I am telling you, I don't know who this is. It's crazy. I feel the skepticism, and I want to say this. Why? I can feel you. Why does Spirit going to honor that if we want to just pray for somebody else? Because you could be doing a million other things. You could be getting your hair done, eating a cheeseburger, watching your sports game, having a cigarette, but instead, you take some quiet time out to turn inward and connect in with God and call in God, not for your own selfish gains, but out of love and caring and kindness and compassion and hope for another person. Spirit honors that. Spirit honors that every time. I got chills right now, so know this. Pray for those people, earth signs and anyone else. Okay, so acceptance, I'll say this right now. I do say pray for the best possible outcome, but earth signs, maybe that's not what it is. Acceptance, I'm learning to accept the things I cannot change. Oh, that's hard. That's hard. I feel like some sticky webs will always be sticky. And sometimes we think, oh, I could heal this with all the love and the understanding and the beautiful soul light and my honest integrity and whatever this is. Okay, earth signs. This could be at work. The sticky web of gossip that you think you can, I don't know, stay away from or influence in some kind of a way. Spirit is saying some things cannot be influenced. Some things cannot be changed. Some things cannot be saved. And it's not earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, not ever is it your job to do any of those things. This is coming through very strongly. The influence that you have is where your power lies. In being the best version of yourself and teaching people how to treat you with your own healthy boundaries. You cannot change the colors of another person. You can barely change yourself. I'm going to start a new diet. I'm going to quit smoking. I'm going to cut my hair. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. So how can you expect that you can influence others to hop in shape, change themselves? Spirit is really letting me know right now that acceptance is key, and they may change. This may change. Whatever these concerns are may change. But not until you accept that it might not. Not until you accept that this is the way it is right now. Only from that place of acceptance and surrender to the truth are you able to then move into a new energy pattern that is less sticky than this. Additional factor, you have message. The card is number 45. All right. Whoa. All right. Okay, don't shoot the messenger, I'm an earth sign. Okay, 45, numbers 4 and 5 added together is 9, okay? 9 numerologically is like the closing of a chapter, the ending of a cycle, something coming to a completion, okay? Message is good news, okay? However, I mean, I'm not saying we're not going to get good messages. Sometimes when we can get to that place of acceptance and surrender, then the message will come in, the blessing will come in. This could be good news for some earth signs, okay? I will say this. I do see all the blues there. I do see the bird there. Blues speaks of communication to me. So if you are hoping to hear some kind of communication about a job, some long-term thing, a relationship, long distance, something coming from far away, even an email, guys, okay? I feel like that could be coming to you this week. That information, that news, that message could be coming to you this week. And that is a great sign, okay? But I must say, that sticky web, accepting the sticky web, okay? I feel for some that is the message. Accepting what Spirit was telling us about other people or conditions or circumstances not changing. For the sake of that's how it is. That's how they are. That's how it will be because it's out of your hands or my hands, right? Spirit is saying that could be the message. It's a wake-up call. Fool me once, you know what I mean? Shame on you. But fool me twice, then shame on me for not knowing better. I feel that in these cards or signs. I feel like you might see some stickiness. And you may choose what you want to engage with and what you want to abstain from. Spirit is saying that is always a choice for you. I do feel for those who get some kind of an offer coming in. This is a good sign, a good news. This will help you move out of that sticky pattern and up into a new chapter of your life, a new phase of your life. Okay, so please take that as it resonates. I do feel, I'm not going to predict sunshine and roses here because I do see a little bit of drama, a little bit of nonsense. I feel like some earth signs might even know that they're being lied to. Feeling it, you know what I mean? And you're just like, I feel like it almost doesn't make or break you. Like, I know you're lying to me, and I know it's in my heart of hearts, but I'm not going to say anything about it because it's not worth it, man. I just know. I feel that here. I feel like if you're that person, know that this is your sign. Your intuition is on point, okay? So let's dive in with Taurus to punctuate this reading for Taurus. Taurus, you've got the Knave of Swords here. Wow. Okay, I feel like this whole scenario is affecting your sleep. Okay, I'll say this right now. You may be having nightmares, bad dreams, sleepless nights, tossing and turning, whatever this could be for Taurus. Okay, I feel Taurus. The reason you're not resting well is because your subconscious is trying to bring all of this into cohesion in your conscious mind. Okay, but no, it's jarring you out of whatever this is. So Spirit is indicating Taurus to really spend some quiet time alone. And allow yourself to just get honest in the quiet heart of your hearts about what's really what in your life. Okay, you don't have to act on it. You don't have to tell anybody. I feel like you have been further along in this whole scenario, and now you've backpedaled a little bit. Okay, take that as it resonates. I almost feel like you backpedaled a little bit in some scenario, and now you're not quite so sure, or maybe you're looking through a positive, hopeful lens again, but there's still this stuff going on. So I don't know if you're trying to fool yourself into thinking things are okay, but Spirit is saying it's time to get honest with yourself. Okay, you're not fooling anyone. You don't have to get honest with anyone outside of you. It's really, really important that you get honest with yourself, because you're not a fool and you're not foolish. And I feel like other people in your life might make you feel that way, or give you the impression that they feel that way about you. Like, oh, I've got that money from you again, or whatever. I don't know what this is, but I know that you are not like that. I know that you see it, even if your kind heart allows you to give it anyway. Okay, and they may think, oh, I'm getting over on Taurus, but you're like, no, you're really not. You're just making me more and more and more distanced or estranged from you. I almost feel you're closing off your emotions from that kind of stuff, which is great, okay? But it's really important that you get honest about why and what is going on, because there are roots to those problems of the actions, okay? And I feel like you don't want to admit the roots, because that'll mean a big giant change in your life. And you don't have to. I'm not your mom. I'm not your boss. But this is what I see for Taurus. So getting clear with yourself with the Knave of Swords. This is new information coming to light. You realizing things about yourself or others. And it really just impacting you in some kind of a way. I feel like this is affecting your sleep. Like I said, Taurus. I definitely feel like if you can assign some daytime time to think about and sort through and get honest with yourself inside, that'll clear up some of that emotional clutter that you have that's kind of pulling you this way and that way. Sticky web inside of you. I almost feel this here. So that'll clear up some of that if you can spend some time during the day to just get honest. Like, man, yes, it is like that, and it really sucks, and I hate what's probably going to happen. Just coming to terms with that within yourself, and just allowing yourself to just really feel that and know that you don't have to act on it yet, but one day you might. It's the first step towards healing. It's the first step towards growth. It's the first step towards the brightest part of your life ahead of you, Taurus. And I want to say this, when we're ascending on our spiritual journey, which everyone is on a spiritual journey, your life is a spiritual journey, whether you're aware of it or not. When you become aware of it, that's when people go, I'm woke, right? I'm woke. That's when people say that now I'm awake. I'm awake now. I'm awake to the spiritual realms. I'm awake to the 3D matrix. I'm awake to the ways of the energy of the world, right? I'm awake. So when you're ascending on your spiritual journey, waking up, okay? And you begin to shed some of these lower layers. There's a process. You don't just shed the layers. You kind of have to look at them first and go, oh crap, yeah, that sucked. And you can it, right? Okay, that's what I'm talking about. As you're ascending and developing on your spiritual journey, everyone, all of us, that's why some of these things still come up in the sticky patterns of our lives. You know what I mean? They still come up. Crying, grief, sadness, challenges, struggle, fears, all these self-doubts, all these different things, they still come up from time to time. Why? Because that's one more thing that it's coming to the surface, to be illuminated, to be healed, and to be given its due honor. as the person who experienced this or that whatever, or is holding on to this or that whatever, we have to give it its time so that we then may release it. So some of these patterns in our lives that we're seeing in others or in ourselves, guys, is an opportunity to say, bless you, thank you, but I don't need this in my life any longer. And that's how you heal. And when it comes to relationships, you can say, listen here, relationship person, bless this aspect of you, thank this aspect of you, but I really don't need that aspect in my life in co-creation any longer, okay? I'm talking very general and broad right now, guys. This could be smoking, talking down to you. This could be many, many different things. In co-creation, we say, hey, friend, hey, family, hey, loved one, I love you, but I can't do this part anymore, okay? This is not working for me. I need to abstain from that. I need that, out of my life. I need you to refrain from that or something. Then they can choose to co-create. Oh my gosh, I didn't know. Yes, I won't smoke around you anymore, or whatever this is. I don't know. And that's how healthy co-creation can be. That's how we can release those unhealthy patterns in ourselves and others. We see this as an issue that may need solving, and we address it head on within ourselves or in co-creation with others. Now, what that other person does is their own free will. What? I don't care. That's your problem, not mine. Okay. Well, now that the ball's back in my court, I get to decide if I still want to engage with you, even with that factor in play, because you don't care about my needs for boundaries in that area. So either I give or I completely detach and pull away. We're seeing a lot of that now, and it's either way, it's healing. Okay, well, you don't have to heal from that, but I need to. So I'm going to pull away and do my own thing without that in my life, even if there's a person, a job, some money, an obligation, whatever attached to it. All right, let's talk about Virgo's sticky web, acceptance and message. Virgos, you got the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups can be about partnerships, romantic or otherwise, all right? It can be truly about romantic partnerships. It can be about business partnerships. It can be about cohesion in relationships across the board. It can also be about very deep self-love, okay? And how you co-create with the world because of the way that you know how to love yourself or receive that love from other people. Okay, so the Two of Cups is a great card. However, the message is kind of challenging here. So I see that in the area of relationships, deep emotional bonds, or even very important business connections for Virgo, I see the sticky web and how depleted you may feel. Spirit is really saying that your ship will come in, and this too shall pass. Every step of the journey is intentional. Ooh. Spirit, I don't want to hear that. Every step of the journey is intentionally designed to create your own growth, healing, and evolution. So Spirit is saying to prioritize the important parts of whatever this sticky web is that has you all wrapped up, and lean into that and pull away from anything that pulls you away from love, or from feeling love, or from feeling loved, okay? So Spirit is really calling Virgos on taking an inventory of relationships and connections. And it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be, across the board. How are we treating each other? Are we gossiping about each other? Are we lying to each other? Do I tell their secrets? Do they tell mine? I really want to say this. If you have a friend, Virgo, or a family member who says, oh, I'm going to tell you what so-and-so said, but don't tell them I told you. If you have someone who tells you that, preempts with this, they're going to tell all your stuff to everyone else. There is that chance. They are not a tight, container there, okay? So but watch who you're talking to about what, okay? Because you don't want to spread gossip, Virgo. In fact, Spirit is saying it's very important to accept the things, the people, etc., that you can't change, and to focus on you. Focus on your actions. Focus on what you can change to improve your life, your situation, your status, whatever this is that you need. But acceptance must come first, because you cannot heal the world with all of your good intentions And when I say the world, you know who I'm talking about, what I'm talking about. You know what the important things in your life are. And sometimes we invest so much time, energy, and effort into those things that we begin to neglect the really important things. And Spirit is saying that whatever this is that you're allowing yourself to really carry can walk on its own. And it is taking something from you to continue to carry it. So put it down, Virgo. Empower yourself and put it down. Wow. Let's talk to Capricorn now. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in with me. You're awesome, awesome. Drop a comment, man. Let me know how this resonates. Capricorn, you've got the Four of Swords. So this is about really pulling in and away from other people, okay? Some depictions of the Four of Swords literally have someone tucked into a bird's nest, all alone, away from the rest of the world. I feel like, Capricorn, you could stand to be tucked into a center of bricks. Like, I feel how much distance you truly need from the stickiness in your, I don't know, man, whatever's going on right now. I feel this stickiness and you want to pull away big time. Spirit is saying that is okay. You're not a mean person. You don't always have to be the life of the party. You don't always have to be cordial. You don't always have to be there for the shoulders to cry on or the gossips to talk to. You are nobody's captive audience, Capricorn. It's your turn to pull in and disconnect from the outside world, to just recharge, man. Accept that people will always be the way they are unless they decide to change, and they won't. But whatever, that's not up to you. Accept that you have limitations all your own. And honor those limitations, Capricorn. I feel this very strongly. I feel like if you don't pull away from some of the talks, it's more than just I'm tired, more than just gossip, more than just deceit, more than just manipulation or stealing, telling secrets, whatever. It's more than that. This energy of whomever you are spending quantifiable amounts of time with, Capricorn, it's depleting you, it's draining you, it's tinging your energy with toxicity. Okay? And I feel like you could get sick. I feel like you could get hurt. You could get, the Four of Swords indicates needing to lay up before you get laid up. Okay? Needing to rest and pull in before something happens to put you there. Okay? And I feel like it has to do with who you're spending quantifiable amounts of time with. The 5 people that you spend the most time with in a week, in your week, 5 people, are the people that you become the most like. And if you're one of their 5 people, they become like you, okay? That's how our energies can blend with each other when we hang out a lot, okay? You know, women get all in sync, you know what I mean? Same concept, friends, okay? But it doesn't matter across the board. Gender does not matter. The people that you spend time with, you become like them. Your energies begin to resonate. When we can't stand being in company with people, it's because there's such a dissonance there. A dissonance of energy, something you can't explain, something you can't describe, something that just rubs you the wrong way. That is dissonant energy. Capricorn, I feel like you have somehow submerged yourself in dissonant energy for a while. Either at work, a certain relationship, people you're spending a lot of time with. Maybe it's just at your place. You know what I mean? Oh my God, my apartment complex, my town, whatever. I don't know. But I feel like you have submerged yourself in some toxic energy for far too long. And Spirit is saying right now to disconnect, take a few days, take a couple of extra long bubble baths, rest up, Netflix and chill, whatever you need to do to get away from all of that, to recharge yourself, lest you become ill, lest you fall sick. I don't say this lightly. I rarely give warnings like this, but Spirit is truly saying that it could actually, you know, bring you down in some way. Your immune system could be compromised in some way. That's what I have for you. I wish everybody the brightest possible week ahead, okay? Because I see the energy patterns are a little challenging, and just know that as we move through these, it's like pick your path. You guys like those books? I loved those books. When I was a kid, those pick your path books, where you like, it's all jumbled around, you know, and you get to like read the first 2 pages. It says, if you want to do this, jump to that page. If you want to do that, jump to this other page, right? And you end up jumping all through the book and reading a different story every time because you decide different things. It's kind of like that. So these energy patterns keep hitting us unless we decide the right way to handle it. And sometimes we have to kind of solidify that by continuing to decide the right way to handle it each time it's presented back to us. And it may come back to us once, it may never come again. It may come back multiple times, but it's always a choice to be the best version of yourself and to handle life in the best way possible so that you may advance positively instead of getting sucked back into old patterns and repeating that loop again. I feel like this time you're with that sticky web, earth signs, as you're healing through this pattern, you're taking others with you. That's what I feel. You're healing not only yourself, but others.